My name is Kala, Arvind Kala. 4 5 days ago, I had a long argument with the YouTube robot. This is what happened. I was WhatsApping my last video to people I've known when suddenly I got a message from YouTube saying that they were restricting my account temporarily and I wouldn't be able to forward the same video to other people. So I asked them why, and it was then I realized that I would be talking to a robot, artificial intelligence algorithm, call it whatever it is, I'll call it robot. So the robot answered, and the first thing about the robot was it was extraordinarily polite. So I asked them why they were restricting my account. So they implied that it is to protect the interests of video users like me and video viewers, etc. So I said my video that you restricted, it was my thoughts on death. I said that as an ancient guy, I want to express my thoughts on death. What's your problem with that? They said we are not arguing with the contents of what you said. Then I repeated. I said I'm not preaching hatred. I'm not preaching sedition. I'm not preaching anything incendiary. I'm just an ancient guy who's forwarding, who's expressed his views on death, and I'm forwarding it to people I know. What's your problem with that? So again, they said it was extraordinarily polite. Back and forth it went. The robot would answer in exactly 1 second, coherent reply, and I would raise a point, and it would reply to that point in a general sort of fashion, but it would reply to that point, and I realized that I was dealing with a sharper thing than any human being could have been. It was sharp, and as the correspondence, I think there would have been 20, 25 back and forth between me and them. They would answer in 1 second. I would take 10, 15 minutes to draft my reply and object to that. They said didn't want problems for YouTubers like me and for the viewers. This thing, they said they didn't want to create problems. I said they wanted to save people from problems. I said you're not saving me from problems. For me, you are the problem. And it was very apologetic. Sorry, sir, for causing you distress and things like that. I asserted myself. I said, since no human being has bothered about me, let me throw my weight around with that. So I said, you're the problem. And I said, you're not addressing my this thing. I said, they would say our systems, our systems. I said, you talk of your system, your system, your system. What about me? You're not addressing my problem. You're not addressing my problem. So they said that it could be they wanted to guard YouTube against spamming or bulk mailing. I said, what am I doing? I know 300 400 people in the course of a lifetime, and I'm sending my video, my thoughts to them, five WhatsApps at a time, WhatsApp messages at a time, something that WhatsApp permits, and that's what I was doing. So they said it was, and I could see the sharpness of the robot. Its tone changed. It was replying to every point of mine, and in 1 second, and I was taking 10 minutes, etc., etc. It was absolutely stunning, and what a revelation it was about where the world is headed. And 2 days later, they lifted the restriction, and I found that the robot was understanding my point, that I was not selling a product, I was not preaching tradition, I was not saying anything incendiary, I was not doing anything which was harmless. I said I'm just a guy sharing my thoughts with the 300 400 people I know, and you're restricting this thing. I was very assertive, and it was very, very polite, and it was absolutely stunning. what this artificial intelligence. And my conversation with the robot, do you know, I'm a guy sitting in Goa doing this video of mine will last 5, 6, 7 minutes, that's all. And do you know, this is called uploading. I mean, I've uploaded it on YouTube, and you are seeing it, you know, whoever the viewer is. Do you know how many hours of uploading there are in a day? YouTube, 720,000 hours are uploaded onto YouTube every day. And my video is just a 7-minute video, and that algorithm or that robot could keep track of that. So it keeps track of 720,000 hours of it, views it in a flash, from which where I go to in a different direction. What is going to happen to the world? I mean, chaps like me who are, just know about Akbar Babar, and our lives went okay. What will happen to our grandchildren and grandchildren's grandchildren? I mean, what is happening? It's a daily upheaval in the world today. I don't know what the hell is going to happen. I'm talking of a larger question now. IIT fellows are not getting jobs. They're not good enough. Infosys, Wipro, etc., etc. They're just not good enough. This is what the world has come to. You're dealing with Elon Musk, etc., and one fellow can do the work of 1,000 people. So how will people support themselves? Really, it was this was such a stunning revelation. My argument with the robot is coherent. What fantastic stuff is happening in the world, and I think we are headed for maybe very dark times, and something is happening in the world. People have stopped reproducing. After all, what is a guy doesn't ask to be born. His mother and father have sex, and the child is born, and the child has to look after himself for 80 years, 90 years, his lifetime, and he doesn't have the brains. Yeah, everybody cannot understand all these things. Maths and physics and calculus and trigonometry, and what Earth is going around the moon and moon is going around the already. Who the hell is? But you got to work that out. So people are going to stop producing that as it's already happening. So somewhere in the universe, there's some kind of an intelligence which is driving people to say, don't procreate, don't produce kids. A day may come, but it's absolutely stunning. And I am absolutely, I can understand the value of a universal basic income. A guy doesn't expect to be born, want his birth. And if he can't look after himself, who's going to look after him? So I don't know. This world is due for huge upheavals. The upheavals are happening as I speak. But whatever it is, from my ancient perspective, the world is heading for very, very dark times. Well, friends, please forward this video to everybody, and see you later, alligator.